Tennessee and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. And Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. Today we have a big Conference USA showdown in store. As we'll see, the Sam Houston Bearcats taking on the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcats offense will go to work first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Back to throw, it's Watson. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's reeled in. It's Walker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. That's caught. It's Cox. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Vattiato. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Butler.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Quick pass on the fly motion. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Watson. Grabs it in the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Sam Houston! Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Vattiato. Makes the grab on the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Tipton. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cox. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Butler. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Blasted as he lets it go. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Murfreesboro. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Floyd Stadium.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
And the Bearcats will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Battiato. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cox. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Gives it on the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Cox. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that, and I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on 2nd down, they're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Cox. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Punt is on its way. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Watson. Makes the grab. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it near midfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Walker. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Battiato. Gets it to him on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions, and we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Gonna take a shot on second and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Cox. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, MTSU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield, it's Watson. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And this D's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, especially when you got quarterbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave him on islands, you can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football, he understands where it's going, and that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a whole football game.
Finds his man, it's Black.
Man, is that good situational football. Understanding what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it to their speedster. I got to come up. I got to get him on the ground. Nice execution by this defense, and they're going to need more of it. Late in the football game, who's going to win this battle?
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Got his man to the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Humphreys. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. Black. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
He's brought down at the 33. First down for the offense.
And the Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Black. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.